I don't like the Magnus. I don't like the Tidehunter. And it's going to be a slugfest 100%. Like, Fnatic, they want to get a lot of farm early on the Axe, make sure they get a lot of stacks. And every time they have a Coil Ravage, they want to be able to win a team fight. For TNC, it's quite the opposite. They just want to be farming up into the mid game, get the Spectre strong, get their BKBs out. And then once that's online, it's going to be very, very tough for Fnatic to fight back. I think they need to crush this early mid game portion of the game.
I do got to say, though, I'm very excited to see some of these different picks coming out on the TNC side, as well as throwbacks. Tim's Earth Spirit. This guy is a legend on his Earth Spirit. Has won many a big LAN game on it. We get an Enchantress. You mentioned, you know, Fnatic having a kind of good early game, but these two supports are heroes that can cause a lot of problems in the laning stage.
Yeah, you're very right with that one. How does Axe fare against Death Prophet? I've not seen this matchup, to be honest. Not in the safe offlane like that.
Not sure, yeah. Axe carry is very much, you know, the new tech. It's something we've only been seeing mostly since the recent major. And I mean, there's been maybe 20, 30 odd games of sample size, but it's still large. I mean, for Dota standards, that's very unexplored.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. And we still haven't seen it enough where we can say, does it actually fall off late game or not? Theoretically, it should, but it never really looked like it did. There's just so much damage coming out from the spins.
Early arrow just to secure a range creep up top. Enchantress going for the level 1 Nature's Attendance, just trying to trade right clicks using the heal and the Blightstone. So, you know, there's always a lot of different Enchantress builds, but I'm around not going for the early enchant, expecting these neutral camps to be getting blocked.
Yeah, but actually there is a camp available, which you might also want to expect because the enemy does have a Mirana, right? He wants those camps as well.
Yeah,
I think a little bit of a mind game, I guess.
Yeah, I thought Enchantress was actually trying to body block it to stop it from spawning because, yeah, Enchant not going for that spell is largely because it is a Mirana lane.
Yeah, and this is a little bit bad now because Mirana will be able to arrow it. Get ahead in the lane. Earth Spirit rolling out.
Roll away. Yeah, that Fire Spirit damage. He wants to, it looks like maybe go fish for some Couriers. He wants to leech this experience down bottom. Just getting some denies in, and Tims will lose that range creep, but does get a little bit of XP for it.
Yeah, and the small camp is blocked by a sentry ward. So Armel will have to fly a sentry out relatively soon if he wants to make good use of that camp.
We'll see back at top. Enchant has now been leveled from Boomy.
But the Centaur's already gone.
With jab. Yep. Snipe. And some of the other lanes. You mentioned the Mag vs Puck. Yep.
The heal should be too much.
Low. Jab is a leap. And the heal is going to be too much for this kill to happen.
There's an enchant as
well.
well.
To get away. Whoa, he leaps into an Alpha Wolf camp. That's a little bit painful, but
yeah,
it carries away.
I also think all three of them just crit him simultaneously.
One thing I was going to ask, you mentioned the Mag with the damage advantage over Puck. It's actually Puck doing just fine. They're even on CS once Puck gets these last hits on the tower.
Yeah, there's something I saw from Magnus. Jabs actually dies to Enchantress.
Oh,
no, to Magnus, sorry.
Yeah.
He went for Shockwave level 1 rather than Empower, which is really his biggest power spike, level 1, that you have this Empower 20 damage advantage. Chose the skill Shockwave over it. Was a little bit curious. But now with that kill, he's very happy.
Yep.
The nep of the power.
Well, perhaps a big part of why they picked the Tide into Death Prophet is what we're seeing here. Death is keeping the Spectre away from these creeps. The laning stage is problematic. Gabby not getting the farm hit hoped for. As Death with an Orb of Venom even.
But the Satyr is giving a lot of health regen to Gabby and harassing Death quite a bit. Mirana is back top now. Looking for an arrow here on the Spectre.
Yeah, this lane doesn't necessarily get any easier for Gabby is the problem.
Yeah, it doesn't. Arrow.
Look for an arrow. Going to be off the mark there. Gabby manages to avoid it. Still,
he has a healing
under the
self
tower. Yeah, under the tower, he's struggling to get these last hits even because the Tide is constantly up in his face using the Anchor Smash.
Yeah, it's definitely a decent matchup against Spectre. You can't really ever pressure a Tide as Spectre. So he's gonna feel uncomfortable here for quite a long time. And we'll have to see some sort of rotation later on. Which is why I'm not the biggest fan of the Magnus, because you can't really help your Spectre early on at all. I really
How
just
about the
looking to
Earth
farm
Spirit?
into the mid game.
Earth Spirit, the roaming hero. So
Yeah, he
does
just
go
doesn't really
top?
have the damage output to kill a Tidehunter. Arrow, it's a lot of damage.
Yep, Gabby getting low in the top lane. This could be a second kill, but he gets out of there. The raindrops saving his life there. But, I mean, this is money invested in the raindrop, which is going to quickly get basically chewed through if Gabby's not careful.
Yep, and Axe is doing just fine down here. Pretty much free farming against this Death Prophet of Bok.
I think we're seeing why they picked this hide, though. Two lanes being pretty heavily won by Fnatic, it feels like. Both bottom
He's
as well as
burning on
top.
Earth
Tim,
Spirit.
yeah. Battle Hunger plus the Fire Spirits. That's the level 2 Fire Spirits. This is a big power spike for the Phoenix. The damage more than doubles.
Okay, so the silence are looking very rough for them. But this is what Fnatic drafted for. Like, they drafted to win the early game, come into a mid game swinging. If they can't hold down this dire draft for long enough, it's gonna be very problematic.
They want to not give Spectre a chance to kind of come online and farm. It is a Gabby Spectre. It's been one of his go-tos, one of his better heroes. But this is a tough game for him, given how this laning stage has gone. He's just being bullied. Death continues to get up in his face. The Orb of Venom pick up. Gabby saw it coming, or predicted it coming.
Yeah, Orb of Corrosion plus Soul Ring. The Spectre can't really lane here anymore. Enchantress kind of abandoned him as well. Just stacking. And yeah, I think Spectre just has to accept her early game is over. It's done.
It's
Healing self? Okay, thank
very
you.
rough.
But all it takes is one gush, one anchor, and that healing self is gone again.
Yep. And Gabby, you know, feels like he might get 1 or 2 CS out of it if he goes close to this tide.
Yeah. There's another pretty big benefit to Orb of Corrosion, which is the damage applies on denies as well. So denying creeps is so much easier with it.
Oh yeah. Well, you see there, it was the the gush anchor smash, got him down to half health. This time around, it's going to be a tendance to heal him back up. This lane is looking really rough. TP in.
No, it's a Magnus.
Magnus. It's even bigger.
Deity.
Okay, here we go. As the shockwave to start things off, the Ravage Death looking to use that, but there can be a skewer to chase.
He has no boots, he's dead.
Trying to leave for Gabby, I'm sure. They give it to Gabby.
Empower him as well. And there's a level 4 empower, right? Yeah, so he will be happy with that one. Can also retreat to the jungle. Good rotation here.
Mid lane, meanwhile. Unfortunately, the Earth Spirit trying to leech his XP in the mid lane by himself. Doesn't get hit by the arrow, but the orb will finish him off. Schwan will find him as the Magnus rotation did kind of free things up there. Magnus, though, with all those stacks, is getting some more farm for himself.
Yeah, I was curious whether he was going to take it or leave it for the Spectre. Looks like he's just going to farm the neutral items right away. And they're getting some pretty good ones. Broom Handle, Ironwood Tree. Very decent.
Yep. So, perhaps with the Empower aspect, we may see Spectre head back to the jungle sooner rather than later. It is a mid-Magnus, so I don't think Armel's going to be wanting to sit behind the Spectre, but he can at least hope to get it here or there.
Yeah, Power Treads are now online, and Haunt is also there. So, maybe he's looking for a rotation somewhere. Bok, Exorcism is also there.
Top
Who gets the rune? Oh, Tim's got it.
Even if he dies for this, just denying it from the puck. Could be nice. 1 sentry down, there's no more. Who gets away? Gabs does have his first earn charges, which he can potentially use offensively as man Gabby. He's just already lost his entire health pool. He just can't.
Exorcism.
He's trying to play this lane. Yeah, down bottom.
Yeah, it's not really something you can do. I think he would have been better off just going to the jungle a while ago. He's just not really touching
He did get the chip vest though, Black. That doubles his health regen. That's a nice
Spectre
one.
classic.
Yeah.
If you're
We've talked about
struggling,
the neutral
trade a
items a
game
lot in
and-
this series. I mean, the last few games, the Philosopher's Stone were on the Fnatic side, you know. So this is Gaben giving something back to TNC.
Yeah, you wanted to make this series interesting, and now both teams are getting pretty good neutral items. Did Axe get one? Not yet. There's still 2 to go though.
Axe did get one. They've got one on the
Okay.
Radiant too.
Gaben smiles upon us.
All according to his script. Things
Yeah.
have made it their way to a Game 5 decider. Fnatic, they're going to look to pressure this top tier 1 tower, but the move from TNC is an aggressive smoke play down through the river. They've got RP up on the Magnus. Where do they want to go with this one?
Back to jungle.
They may find Tide here, but it doesn't look like they're actually looking to kill him. They're just trying to find
Tough
the
kill.
jungle part.
1500 health. And he has Ravage up as well. And Bok has no exorcism. Like, really, the hero to kill the Tide the easiest this game is going to be the DP. With the Spirit Siphon, with the exorcism, you can't, of course, Kraken shell that off. And if they want to kill him, he should be the one rotating.
Looking for Tims, will find him. Doesn't hit the orb, but gets him with the coil now. Silence from the Earth Spirit. He can't afford to break this coil, and that orb is going to be coming up in a couple of seconds. He needs to juke in the trees, but no way to go.
No jukes today. 2k lead for Fnatic.
Okay.
It's what they want from this early game. Is it perhaps not enough? We'll find out, I guess.
Spectre
3k
in
lead
the
is
triangle.
pretty commanding.
Yeah, doing Spectre things, just farming jungle camps. No kind of blade mail action here. Going for the Echo Saber. That's been, I believe, usually Gabby's go-to.
Yeah. Not sure if I like it super much this game. Because blade mail does make a lot of sense just in terms to be keeping up the farm.
Yeah.
And it deals a lot of damage to a lot of those heroes, right? Like even Axe takes a lot of pure damage back. Puck takes a lot of damage from it. But Echo Saber the more aggressive choice.
One thing we haven't seen as much is, you know, Axe getting the crazy ancient sacks this game at least, but he is still top of the net worth chart even without it. Both teams trading towers for now. This mid tier 1 tower is a big one though. If Fnatic lose this, if Fnatic take this, they could really take over this dire side of the map, even contest those ancients that the Spectre's relying on. So Hawk shows up to defend it for now.
Yeah. EP very tanky though.
I think about running in for a Ravage, and yeah, he's just going to Ravage his Death Prophet. Can they blow him up? They drop the egg and everything, and it looks like he will go down. Doesn't buy back if he wants to use it, but it's going to be in a dead enchantress as well. The egg gets picked off by Tims, but they've lost 3 in the process. Magnetized won't be lasting for much longer. Now the buyback's coming. There's an RP onto 2. Is the cleave damage going to be enough? It doesn't look like it for now with the Spectre showing up in this fight and Raven catching 2 in a call. He wants Armel. He gets a skewer away. The Urn charge is ticking him low, but won't be enough damage to finish him off. And Fnatic win the fight, buyback as well, and they only lose the Phoenix.
Yeah, the early game team fights are much stronger. We saw a beautiful Ravage come. And Puck silence on 3 as well. They need this Death Prophet to stay alive. He's the biggest damage source in this early game. They won't be able to win any fight if he's the one first that dies.
Yeah, he just was sitting there trying to drag creeps and, you know, throw Crypt Storms out, but I think Tide, like you say, he recognizes exactly what you're saying. If Death Prophet dies first, we win this fight. It was almost like a solo Ravage. I think he clipped some heroes on the edge, but all they cared about was killing Bok.
Yeah, which was the right call. They don't get the mid tower, but it was a pretty convincing teamfight victory. At least Armel survived, right? That means the Magnus is still doing well in the net worth department. But 4k lead now. Yeah.
Gabby will find himself running into this puck. Afraid of the puck on his own.
Yeah, the chip vest making him very healthy as well.
He's got the man queued up over at top lane. Mirana doing some scanning of this jungle. TNC, 2 heroes that want to, you know, farm the jungle with both Magnus and Spectre. They don't want to give up everything to the Fnatic on this top side of the map.
Yeah.
Is there going to be enough farm to go around for these 2 cores?
Yeah, this is where the Magnus pick is a little bit problematic. They don't have a real playmaker. All of them can just farm.
We saw in the last fight, he got a pretty good RP up, but the follow-up damage wasn't there. Oh, Enchantress. Yeah. Puck has a coil, but doesn't want to go for it, and Juan needs to be careful. Drops the coil to try and protect himself. Another orb in a couple of seconds, but he's being silenced up, and that's just a dead puck. Abby got the kill as well. He showed up for a Spectral Dagger. It's Tims making the plays with the silence.
Yep. And that is exactly what his matchup is. It's not impossible to play, of course, but it can get really annoying for Puck. You don't expect this instant silence, and suddenly you just sit there. Level 1 is pretty long as well. I think 1.5 seconds, right? 2 seconds even. Damn. That very value skill point.
Yeah, double silences for Puck make life very difficult this game.
Is he going into an early Yules? No, straight into the Blink. So he's gonna be feeling scared for quite a while longer. And gold lead back to about 3k. This is what TNC wants though. They just want to slow down the game as much as possible. Farm, 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 farm.
They smoke up, but TNC had a ward around the area, and they caught a glimpse of a couple of these heroes, so I think they might know this is coming.
Scan them right
Saw
away.
several heroes on their ward, yeah. Yeah, exactly. They saw this smoke, and they're getting out of here, but they may need to find a way to defend this mid tower. Death does have a Blink Ravage. He goes for it. Just the Enchantress, so that's not the Ravage he wanted. Death Prophet gets away from it. They will probably get this tier 1 mid tower. Hawk actually in some trouble. He's being chased. Being slowed down a bit here by the Orb of Corrosion. It's going to be the tier 1 mid tower as Armel looks to poke at this top tower. So Ravage is down. We'll have to see if TNC can do anything to punish it. Do you think they're able to take a fight now, or are they just trying to farm it up, Black?
I think without Ravage it's very possible. Magnus has the Blink RP available as well. Finishes Echo Saber. They have a good 2 minutes now. Oh, nice roll out there by Tims. And I would definitely love to see them fight right now.
You
No Ravage. Yeah. You gotta be able to take a fight now. We haven't seen Exorcism yet, other than this one time on the bot tower. He now finishes his Yules as well. Like, if you just freely wait until Ravage is back up again, you probably don't feel terrible about not fighting, but you're not playing to your fullest potential either.
Right now they're worried about the vision game. Constantly looking for some of these wards, sentries everywhere.
Yeah.
Tim's doing what he can, cutting down trees, getting some wards down. Maybe this time around he's going to be caught without a roll in the top lane. Tim's, by the Starstorm, has a decent bit of survivability. Catches Jabs, who blocks the roll, but with Tide being pushed away, they don't actually have the damage to kill off Tim's.
Yeah.
This is a lot of time for Spectre to farm though, Black.
It is. With this Empower, he's farming very well. But Axe is still keeping at the top of the net worth. This without the shard. He might even have Dagger and shard at minute 20. Very scary timings coming out. He's looking for a coil on the Spectre. It's only level 1 coil though. He can easily break this and TP out.
He wants to get away. He knows he's in trouble. He finds his way to the top lane.
Oh, if there was any other hero nearby.
Tide, yeah.
It's a lot of damage with the Desolate Echo Saber.
But a smart move from Gabby. So, I mean, I guess, you know, we thought they might try and punish the Ravage cooldown, but they're more than happy just to farm it up. Gabby plays it safe, uses a long cooldown to haunt out of there. No way TNC look to fight without this haunt, I feel like.
But now Ravage is back online, and Raven just finished his Blink Dagger.
Yep.
So TNC has to be so careful they don't bleed away a lot of heroes here.
Especially key heroes like this Death Prophet. They're having support get picked off is one thing. It's going to be Bok, though. The call into Arrow. Poor Death Prophet.
And that's all pre-shard. Axe really becomes much stronger in 2 minutes from now on.
Well,
very close to Manta, though.
Yeah, very farmed. I mean, is this okay if Death Prophet kind of has this bad game where she's sacrificing her own farm and then Magnus Spectre? Are they going to be able to carry this game with an underfarmed Death Prophet?
Well, that's a very good question. I'm not sure, because he is still a prime damage leader for them, and he will be for the entirety of the game. Him not having a good game means he will have to gimp his item build. What does he have queued up? Yeah, an Aeon Disc first. So no BKB coming out anytime soon. You're just trying to be as efficiently tanky as possible.
And this is a game where BKB against, like Tide and stuff feels amazing. Boom. Death just blinks in, sees the Enchantress, and ignores him, yeah. He's trying to find that Ravage target, that hero on the back lines. He's like, okay, that's the support tank in this smoke gank. Let's see who he's protecting. Let's find the Magnus. Let's find the Spectre. But that's what you want, I think, if you're TNC. That's what they were hoping for to happen before when Death Prophet got caught. The Enchantress dying to tank smoke ganks, not a problem.
Yeah. I like that movement quite a bit. So DP is sitting at 2k health now, but it's not nowhere near enough against this Nice Jules
It's off the Yules. Yeah, now the silence is there. Raven just going to back off.
They can
To
fight
disengage,
this.
but yeah, they chase in. The Ravage is not going to come out immediately. Death is holding on to it for now. We'll end up throwing it out. Bob's going to be careful. He's melting. And with the Supernova on top, do they have the right clicks to kill this one? They've got the Echo Saber to help bring down the egg a little bit quicker. The RP! It catches out everybody! The damage from him. Can they bring down the Puck? He's getting low with the silences. This is looking bad. Death is going to go down. Puck buys back, has the instant return to this fight. Looking to win this one as TNC are running out of gas. Gabby's being caught by the battle hunger. He's slowed down.
Haunt?
He gets the Haunt. He's jumping around. He's going to go down. Raven gets him with the dunk. Triple kill for Raven, who gets the tips. It costs him a Puck buyback, but what a fight. And what a buyback from Chuan. He fought back and had a jaunt, I believe, to get right back into the fight.
Yeah, there was still an active orb. He joined right back into it. And again, Bok just being, like, he had a very good initial reaction. But then he's just feeling a little bit too confident, runs uphill against the Ravage, gets clipped by it, and immediately gets taken out. We said how important his damage is in these team fights. Also no Haunt up, it came up at the very end of the fight. Just very unfortunate. This could have been the fight that wins TNC the game, honestly. Because if they win that 4-3 or something like that, convincingly, they're going to be in a prime position to take it.
I'm picturing it. If they had that Haunt at the start, that fight could just go so differently. And now into the Roshan pit we go. Not sure TNC can stop this one as Enchantress going to get caught by the Puck silence. Yeah. Abby finds Chuan, a lot of damage. Luckily he dodges the rolling boulder. Raven gets a nice two-man call. The follow-up from the Sunray damage doing a lot. It's going to bring down the Spectre, and Tims cannot get the roll out. They're losing numbers quickly. Bok going to be zoned back. They're not going to look to chase him down. Back to the objectives. Back to the Roshan pit. That's a second death in a row for this poor Spectre. Gabby's game suddenly feeling very, very rough.
Are they perhaps feeling the pressure a little bit? That was not necessary. Like, you know they're gonna get Roche. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. You gotta stop. You gotta stop the bleeding. That's all you can do. Get your core items up. You need those BKBs. Spectre needs her next item, and then you're in an okay position to fight. Now it's a 6k lead within Aegis. This is where Raven really will hit the gas.
Not having that BKB coming anytime soon, or maybe, you know, at all on the Death Prophet feels like such a big problem with playing into Puck and Tide. Yeah, the Axe Call can get you through it, but he just needs that survivability.
Yeah, 100%. And perhaps you could see the mindset a little bit in the draft already with that last pick Magnus. But they need to survive.
Armor's played well, but yeah, draft-wise, it just feels like they don't have that playmaker that we're seeing on the Fnatic side with what Puck's bringing to the table. And now with creating all this space for the Axe just to come online with this 20-minute item time. You mentioned it, 20 minutes in with the Shard as well as Blink Dagger, and he's already almost completed the BKB. Raven is absolutely massive.
Yep, as you would expect from a carry Axe. Dominated the lane, super fast Manta style, has been cutting creeps very efficiently. And this is usually the point though where people wonder, when is this hero gonna fall off? Is he gonna fall off? And we haven't really found an answer to that yet. Desolate on Tide. Okay.
Fnatic just all TP'd back to their tier 3 tower bottom to smoke up. They want to clear out their jungle. They took the tower's top. They don't want to go high ground, so they say, let's clear things out.
Careful.
Yeah, he's got a BKB if he needs to go for a BKB TP. They Moonlight Shadow, he's
prowl.
looking for a blink. Uh-oh, got the call. Now he can go for the BKB TP, but he gets hit by an arrow before he gets a chance to. Great play from Fnatic. And Armel gets picked off.
He was not aware at all. There were 5 heroes down there and he blinks on top of the creep wave. Maybe thinking they were still top. But yeah, quick movements from Fnatic, catching TNC off guard. And then firm control of this game.
One tower to the next, TNC. A lot of people after game 2 with the 2-0 lead, you know, they were bringing out the brooms this time and then putting them away after game 3. But if you're a Fnatic fan, it's time to take him out. That counter sweep could be happening, as Fnatic have won 2 straight games and have an edge in this game 5.
Yeah, at least he has the Aeon Disc on Death Prophet now. But if they just trigger that prematurely, just with like a sort of fake initiation, after that he has nothing. That's half his net worth right now.
That's why he's not assembling it. He wants to make sure he doesn't have it get wasted. Even then, it's still very tricky sometimes to get the right play.
How's
Boomy's
Spectre
looking for the centaur play. He saw what the centaur did in the other game, Black. He's like, all right, that's what we need. We need a 6 hero.
Yeah.
We
Certainly
need that
didn't
6
pay
and
him the
5
same
donut.
amount of money, though. Spectre almost 18, at least, for level 3 Han, which is very important for the cooldown reduction.
TNC.
Score in.
Blink, Cura back. They pull Raven in deep. He has got the Aegis. The Ravage is going to come with the follow this one up
BKB on
with the
Magnus.
Supernova on top. Gabby comes in with the Horn afterwards. He's going to look to focus down the egg. They bring it down. Magnus, without the BKB, just melts. They kill off the Axe once. Can the Spectre keep on fighting? I think he's just going to get the hell out of there with the Spirit Vessel charge. He's in trouble. The Blink, the call, catches out 2. Only Puck could remain on the high ground here. He's running away. He needs to get out of this one, but the Puck damage is too much. Earth Spirits just says, get me out of here. He's rolling down south. And Fnatic with the Aegis and the Blink Ravage from Death destroy the team fight.
Yeah, and in game 4, we saw Gabby ask Fnatic kindly, can you just give it to us? Fnatic has some other plans. They want to go to TI themselves. They're in a prime position to do so. 12k lead in just 25 minutes. Uncharacteristic mistake from Amel. He did not BKB. They're definitely feeling it.
Yeah. Fnatic, they've been to the last 7 internationals as an organization, looking to make it number 8 in a row. Meanwhile, on the TNC side, I believe it's the past 4 for them, and they've had some good results as a Fnatic over the years, but one of these 2 teams will not be making it.
Yeah. We don't want to say,
tournament.
speak like this game is over yet, but it's very difficult to recover, simply because the comeback tool is like a 3-4 man RP, which is not easy against the Tidehunter. And Armel again, he has to be careful.
Blink
They
call.
got him.
He's just getting picked off time and time again. They got a coil on the Earth Spirit as well as finding Boomy on the Enchantress. They're tipping Armel. I think they can sense he's just overplaying his hand. This is very uncharacteristic for him as well as TNC, and that's also where this game has a feeling where it's kind of in dire straits for TNC. It's not just the hero and the draft is advantage, it's mentally they just seem defeated. They're making more misplays than we've seen. They're getting picked off more than we've seen. Fnatic just have their number. They have Box number. He has got the A on this. That'll keep him alive a little bit longer. As does the Yule Scepter, but I think it is all over for
they're feeling
this
themselves.
life of his. Yeah, they're diving buildings. They're diving the tier 4 towers.
Towers
Fnatic
gone.
just overrunning TNC's base.
Yep. And this Tidehunter with this Shard and Desolator, he is destroying buildings. They might not have the best building hitters, but if you itemize in this way, Tidehunter can take care of that, no problem. Now it's all on Gabby, guys. Carry me, they say.
Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. This man has been the MVP for TNC so far in this tournament, and he's going to have to do it once again. A 17k gold deficit, though. What can they do? Death with a Ravage. He's one Anchor Smash on the Boomy, deletes like almost half his health.
He is isolated, though.
Back.
The Spectre will shred him.
Yep. The arrow comes flying in. The Manta is there. Death looks to turn with the Ravage. Armel follows up with an RP. Is the damage going to be there? They bring down the Mirana, but the Tide gets away thanks to the help of the Kraken. They pull him back in. Now the Haunt coming out. They want to try and tread this Death. But the Puck, the Dream Call, catches out Gabby Spectre. He's in trouble. He's just so low. They get the Death Prophet coming into the fight with the Exorcism, but Gabby needs to be helped out, but he gets taken out. Gets dunked by Raven, who wants more. He's still hungry. He's hungry for TNC flesh. His former teammates, he's taken 3 out. He's looking for a 4th. Bok in all sorts of trouble. Gets a silence out, but that's just going to delay the inevitable. Raven is beyond godlike with a triple kill. Magnus just blinking back to safety, and Raven is having his way with TNC. 15-0-7 on Axe.
Yeah. Went all in with the draft, and it's definitely paying off. Big time for them here. Score back.
Now, with the buybacks, they want Raven. They're not going to get him with the BKB being forced. Does at least make him use it. Jabs has a leap charge to get him back to the low ground.
He bought back.
Buying some room. Buying some room for his teammates to retreat here. Can they get any more? TNC used a lot of buybacks. It feels like they have to get something else with this one. They're looking for DJ. He TP's in the trees. DJ, you're a magician. He gets out of there.
just
Oh,
barely.
boy.
Roshan may respawn in 15. It's not up. If it
Does
was,
not
Spectre could take it.
does not feel like TNC got enough for those buybacks, and Spectre continues to struggle to get into the late game. 12k net worth to the 22k net worth of Axe. 10k difference in items between these two heroes.
Yeah, what's the Roshan respawn? Oh my god, it's a really long one too, so no chance TNC can take this at all. Gaben said, I've had enough of you guys.
Without the exorcism, yeah, they have the Spectre, but it's still probably... I feel like it would have been tough. A potential Axe call, a puck play, like, I don't even know if they could have easily gone for it.
At least they would have had like a comeback avenue, you know, like force maybe a fight
The
without
Hail Mary.
Ravage. Now, Fnatic is just gonna wait for that Roche, take it, and can TNC really do much? Stop it. Oh, Tidehunter Satanic finish. He's so massive as well.
Yeah. Unkillable Tidehunter, it feels like. His Anchor Smashes is going to be healing him for like 500 plus health, it feels like.
Yeah. It's,
Getting more items too, just fully complete.
smoke up.
Iron Sanj.
They're gonna find something big here.
Yep.
But they already know they smoked. Cemetery revealed them.
Yeah, they're being Fnatic's ready. Raven on the front lines. He's got a Skadi on this Axe. Oh my gosh. That's a
4.2k
big
health.
problem.
Plus evasion.
Yep. Oof.
Oh.
And
Oh my
it's now
god.
Fnatic's turn to smoke up. No Roshan for some time still, but Fnatic, they want to dish out the killing blow. They know where this dire vision is. They're
Walk
gonna
in
run
front,
right
you
into
can't be
Bob.
the one tanking
Bob,
it.
that's not where you want to be. The call is going to be there. Meanwhile, Death goes on the backlines. He finds Armel. He's stopping his Blink Dagger. This Tide is just zoning away the backlines. They don't manage to blow up Bok though. Bok's still alive with help of the Aeon Disc. Now the Spectre Horn coming in. Raven gets another call. That's going to be enough to finish off Bok with all the spins. He just whirls around and takes him out. Death still has a Ravage here. I don't know if TNC can fight this one. Earth Spirit in the river is going to be getting brought down by an Anchor Smash, and the chase is on. They see Boomy. Take Boomy out as well. No opportunity for a Ravage. The Tide recognizing that a Blink RP is the one thing that could maybe win TNC the fight.
Yeah, no call at the ready. 20 seconds to Roche. Do they want to wait or do they want to put the nail in the coffin now?
In
Probably
five.
just wanna...
something tells me they want to wait, Black.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah. This game is, you know, feels
Worth
like
a
that
little bit of money.
99.9. This feels like, you know, that OG LGD kind of odds in TI Grand Finals where it's like, oh, you know, it's 100% win rate, right?
Yeah. No.
It's a Spectre. That was their OG user in that TI, so we'll see.
Yeah. Well,
Fnatic
Spectre is getting close to his
safe.
Skadi. But how much of a difference does that make?
Not sure. It's going to be enough. And the thing is, this Tide build, going for this Deso Satanic semi-carry build, they recognize they have this Axe who, you know, he's a carry, but he's not the traditional one, so they want more damage. And Tide says, okay, I gotcha.
Damage? Okay, I'll deal damage.
This is the dream Tide.
But
Every
who did they
offlane player...
kill? Phoenix 2.7k health, Mirana 2k, Axe 4k, Tide 3k, Puck 2.5k with Aeon Disc. They have no targets.
You know things are going good when Fnatic only had to buy one Aeon Disc. It's like, okay, they can't kill us.
Usually they have
Usually
four.
you see... Exactly. The supports don't have to buy Aeon Disc, that's the dream. As they're going for that high ground. Tide just blinking in, knowing there's nothing they can really do about it. Meanwhile, Shrine on the backlines just poking at this Magnus, get him down to half HP with the help of that Witchblade.
I was gone already. It's the last set of wrecks.
Yep. Amel waiting patiently. What's the play going to be? Blink Skewer got him before the Ravage. The Ravage comes out, but he does manage to BKB, and the RP is there. Death has got the cheese. Now the Supernova with the Sunray coming out. Nothing to kill it. The Enchantress thinks once about it, but has to think twice as she gets sent back to the grave. No RP now to fight with. Bokker's charging with the Exorcism. They're going to glyph things up here and try and reset.
No Aeon Disc available though. He's dead.
Yeah. Oh my god, he just got deleted. Tims goes running in with the rolling boulder, but I don't think there's a whole lot that's going to come from that. Meanwhile, Spectre goes haunting into the backlines. Who's he going to kill? There's just no good targets. Perhaps the DJ Phoenix is going to be one kill that he can get, but now he's getting low. Jabs goes leaping in. They want this Spectre. They can spell blood. It's death without a buyback for 100 seconds. The Magnus ball back. Death Prophet dead as well. It's looking all over. Fnatic have won
Ooh.
the Southeast Asian TI10 Qualifiers. They will be going to the $40 million international.
This is it's so painful to see for TNC, but
Oh.
of course, if you're a Fnatic, you're over the moon, you're super happy.
A
reverse
2-0
sweep.
comeback. Oh, a reverse
Almost never
sweep.
happens. It almost never happens. I think statistically, I don't want to say anything, but it's less than 1%. Which is so tough to pull off.